Oh, hello there. Thanks for joining me. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Grammar Garage series, the class where we not learn, but we master important elements of grammar in the English language, but we do it in a way that is not boring. I want you to learn the grammar through communication, not through boring grammar rules. So, we're going to go back to a lesson that we started on Tuesday, which was all about describing films. And we're going to look at the grammar of descriptions. We're going to try to work on grammar that is not just about adjectives, but about the structure of the sentence, specifically what we call relative clauses. Okay, we'll take a look at that in just a minute. But first, I'm going to do a quick introduction. Then we will get started. Let me get my name on the screen. There we go. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, I think the Verbling chat window is gone, so you can't click on this. But if you click on my name in the Verbling main page, it'll take you right here to my profile page. On the left side, you can follow me, and you should receive notifications of my upcoming group classes so that you know what's coming up in the future. On the right side, you can book a private session or package, and I will work with you on creating a personalized learning plan to help get you to your specific goals. Please send me a message first before you book so I can be sure to have time for you in my schedule if you're interested. Let's take a look at the material. Whoops, where's the material? Let me go to the page, 1 second. There we go. We started this on Tuesday, but I skipped the grammar specifically because I wanted to deal with that in a separate class and give it its own time. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of review, but we're going to do something brand new halfway through not halfway, right after the review. We're going to do something brand new to let you take a look at the grammar of descriptions. Okay? Oh, and you can't see that for some reason. Let me put it back on screen. Sorry about that. It disappeared. And if you want to download this or open it in your computer, feel free to click on this link in the Verbling group chat. Okay, let's see who's out there. Mr. Christian is out there. Hello, Christian. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, fine. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm happy to follow your course today.
Were you here Tuesday morning? I don't think you were.
I don't remember because
okay.
I took a lot of lessons with Verbling. I don't know.
Okay. So I think you did. So we're going to talk about what we see on the screen in just a second because I think you weren't here. Ksenia was not here on Tuesday, so this will be new for her too. How are you, Ksenia?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Good to see you again. Long time no see.
Yeah.
And Mr. Victor. Victor, were you here on Tuesday morning?
Yes, but
you were.
I don't remember this class.
You might have been in the second class.
Yes, I work with you in the second class.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so this won't be a review. We're actually going to do the beginning of Tuesday's class because it's new for all of you. So let's do it. Look at that. Look at those pictures. How many movies can you name? Remember, this is a grammar class. We're going to focus on grammar. But I want to do it through communicating about real things. My pledge is no more boring grammar classes. Take a look at that picture and tell me, how many of those movies can you recognize? I bet you like movies, Christian, don't you? You're a movie guy, aren't you?
Movies? I can see only one, maybe.
Okay. Which one?
It's the man, I don't know, the man of the monkey, he's blessed with his leg. He's sitting,
Mm-hmm. He's in a wheelchair?
Yes, in front of windows.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What movie is that?
He take a camera in his hand, and maybe he take a movie. I don't know.
Oh, but what movie is this? What famous Hollywood movie is that from? Famous, classic Hollywood movie.
Yes, maybe Hollywood movie, yeah, or maybe Bollywood movies.
No, no, no. It is a famous Hollywood movie from 1953, I believe.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh my God. Ksenia, do you know what movie that is?
Man with broken hand.
Man with the Broken what?
Leg. Oh my God, leg with broken leg. You mean?
Is that, yeah, the man with the broken leg, exactly. Looking
No.
through.
Maybe
Look,
something from Stephen King. No.
something from?
By Stephen King. No.
It's a good guess. You're thinking
Oh.
of Misery.
I think
Yes.
I think I think the name of the movie is Rear Window.
Correct. The movie is Rear Window,
Yes,
directed by.
really an old picture.
It is
I
directed
remember
by whom, Victor?
he's an old man and he's a ball, but I don't remember the name.
He's an old man
Alfred
who is
Hitchcock.
bald
I think it's Alfred Hitchcock.
and fat.
Yes,
An
that's the
old
one.
man who is bald and fat. And the name is, who's the old fat bald man?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock is correct. Very good.
Oh.
Alfred Hitchcock directed Rear Window with Jimmy Stewart and what is it? Kim Novak? I can't remember who's the.
Grace Kelly, I think.
Oh
I
right,
don't
yeah, it's Grace
Yes,
Kelly.
she really a
Oh my
baby,
God.
a beautiful girl in this
How
movie.
could I forget Grace Kelly? Princess Grace before she was a princess. Absolutely. And the year was not 1953. I looked it up. It's 1954. I was 1 year off. But not bad. So, one down. Wait a second. What kind of movie is it? What kind of movie is it, Victor?
It's a thriller movie.
It's a thriller. Okay. That was some of the vocabulary we talked about in that class. The genre of the movie. Yes, Christian, genre is a word we say in English. You were like, genre? But that's French.
And normally, Hitchcock is also.
But we say it in English. Specifically, if we're talking about fiction or literature, we use the word genre. So we don't use it for everything. We only use it for novels, films, and other forms of written art. Genre. So what
Can use this
genre?
word, sorry if I interrupt you. I can use this word in music, genre, musical
Yeah.
genre.
Music works as well, sure. It could. It's more for novels than films, but yeah, it could work. But, for example, Rear Window is in the thriller genre or the detective story genre. Okay? Just to give you an idea of how we use the word. Look at those pictures and tell me, are there any other genres of film represented besides the thriller? Any other genres represented?
Horror.
Horror. Where do you see a horror film? You're right.
With
Where do
a
you see it?
shark.
With the shark. And do you know the name of that film?
Jaws.
Jaws. So you've got the horror genre or horror films represented by Jaws on the bottom left side. Fantastic. All right. Mr. Christian, look at the monkey on the top right side. See that monkey?
Ah, yes, King Kong.
King Kong. Fantastic.
This one is very. It was so easy. This one, because everybody knows King Kong.
Everyone knows King Kong.
Yeah.
What genre do you think King Kong is? It's not a horror film.
Fantastic, maybe.
Not fantastic, but
Fantastic.
fantasy.
Fantasy. Okay.
Right, the fantasy genre. And it is. Have you ever seen the original King Kong from 1933?
No, never.
You got to see it.
Yeah, I saw King Kong, but I don't know which version is the movies I saw.
Was it in black and white or color?
No, color.
In color. You probably saw there's There's a version from 2005. There's a version from 1976. I think there's even another one. The original one is 1933, and it's actually kind of an amazing film. Even for today, it's interesting. I like the beginning especially because in the very beginning, it's really a fantasy film because they go to an island, and on the island, it's not just a big monkey, but it's dinosaurs and prehistoric animals everywhere. And they did a pretty good job on the special effects for 1933. It doesn't look that bad. It looks a little silly because when the monkey's moving, you can see little fingerprints from the people that were moving the model. You can see that they're touching it, which is kind of funny. But it's not bad. It's actually not bad when he's up there on the buildings swatting at the airplanes. Kind of funny. So we got thrillers.
I have a
horror
question for
films.
you, John. Sorry.
I have an answer for you, Christian.
Jurassic Park, it's also fantasy film for you or fantastic film?
Well, there's no such thing as fantastic. There's fantasy,
Yeah, fantasy.
right? But I would call Jurassic Park a sci-fi. I'd say it's a sci-fi film.
Sci-fi. Okay.
Wouldn't you agree it's more of a sci-fi film because it has this explanation about DNA and trying to recover fossilized DNA or something like that? There's a scientific explanation for how they get the dinosaurs. You remember in the movie?
Yeah. Is sci-fi? It's like Apollo 11, no? Yeah.
Like Apollo
No,
11?
I think Apollo
Why?
11 is another kind of film because it was based on real facts. I think it's
Yeah.
historical
It's not
film,
sci-
sorry.
It's not sci-fi because it happened.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
what about let's think of another sci-fi film. Let's think of another one in the genre. What else would be a sci-fi film besides Jurassic Park? Oh, wait, there's one on the screen. Oh, look at that car on the top right.
James
Look
Bond.
at that car.
James Bond.
Back to the Future.
Not James Bond. Back to the Future.
Back to the
yeah.
Future, yes.
I know why you said James Bond, Christian. I know why. Because you're thinking that is the Lotus from 1973 film with Roger Moore called Live and Let Die. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not the Lotus from the movie. It's a DeLorean from Back to the Future, the time-traveling DeLorean. And it's a sci-fi film because we cannot travel in time. It's not possible. Is it?
Yeah. I understand. Thank you.
All right. So we got a few film genres there, which is good. And we're basically... Now, give me a second here. I wanted to ask you about... Yeah, I wanted to... There's a little listening activity we did, but maybe we're not going to do that today. It might take a little bit long. Hold on a second. Let me just think. Give me a second. I just want to see which part of this I'm going to do because I want to focus mostly on the grammar. Okay, let's do it like this. I'm going to give you a picture. We're going to identify the movie, and I want you to say or write a brief description about the movie, just like you were writing an advertisement for the film that would appear in like a TV guide or in a newspaper to advertise the film. So let's identify the movies first, see which ones you know. Then I'm going to assign you a movie to say or write a brief advertisement. And what I want you to do is describe the movie with adjectives and a different kinds of sentence structure. I'm going to take what you are doing, and then I'm going to introduce the idea of relative clauses based on what you say or write. So let's identify the films. On the top left side, that is some kind of a creature. Does anyone know what film that refers to? On the top left?
Alien.
Alien is
yes.
correct. 1979, Ridley Scott, starring Sigourney Weaver. Alien. The second one from the top left,
Indiana
guy-
Jones.
Indiana Jones. What's he holding in his hand?
Whip.
He's holding a whip. Very good. Indiana Jones. The movie was called Raiders of the Lost Ark, by the way. Raiders of the Lost Ark. But yes, the character in the series is Indiana Jones. The third picture from the left we said was Back to the Future. That was like, what, 1984 or something like that, I think? Back to the Future was 1985. Back to the Future, 1985, starring Michael J. Fox, directed by, I think, Ivan Reitman, if I remember right. I'm not 100% sure. We got King Kong, 1933. Actually, King Kong was directed by, I should know this, and I can't remember. Yeah. I don't remember because they weren't credited with the direction. The directors were not credited. It was Marion Cooper and Ernest Schudsack, but they weren't credited with the direction in the original film. It was just released as a studio picture. All right. Then we said Jaws on the bottom left side, directed by Spielberg in 76 or 77, I can't remember. Then we got Rear Window, which we said. Last two. Who knows the second to last film on the bottom right side? Second to last film.
Christmas Tree from Luigi Comencini.
Christmas Tree from whom?
Luigi Comencini. Italian one? No, it's not possible.
No, that's too obscure. Luigi
Comencini.
Comencini. I don't even know who that is.
He's very good one. Italian producer. He's very, very good.
Italian director or producer?
Producer.
Producer? Are you sure you mean producer? Because
Yeah.
producer is not the person responsible for the film. Look, is this how you write his name, Christian?
Comencini. Luigi Comencini. Comencini. Maybe with one M, maybe. I'm not sure with two M or one M. His name is Luigi Comencini. He's very famous one, Italian one.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't know him?
Maybe I know his films, but I don't know the name. It doesn't sound familiar. I'm looking right now. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, 1989. Luigi Comencini. Got it.
No, I don't think so. I saw something, L'Arbre de Noël. It's a Christmas tree from. It's a French with Italian by Terence Young. You know this one?
I know Terence Young very well. Yeah.
And we have one movie. The name is Christmas Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Is not this one from
maybe.
Terence Young?
Hold on a second. Let's see. Maybe. Anyway, that's not the movie in the picture, by the way.
Okay.
Let me just take a quick look. Terence Young. I'm just curious now that you bring it up. And what year do you think that was? More or less?
Christmas Tree from Terence Young?
Yeah, more or less what year?
In 1969.
1969. Wow.
It's very, very old one. It was very, very sad movie.
Oh, I found it. 1969. Oh, I found it. It's weird. I can't see the title in English for some reason. It only gives it to me in French. So I don't know what the English title is.
It's not Christmas Tree, or no?
I don't know. I can't see. I only see it in French. It just said, yeah, maybe it is Christmas Tree. I don't know. Interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, I can see it in the movie poster. The Christmas Tree. Very good. Interesting. Well, oh yeah, William Holden, famous actor. Terence Young. Very interesting. Guess what? That's not the film.
If you have time to see this one, it's very nice. He's very sad, but it's very nice film.
I will see it today.
Okay.
Second guess? I'll give you a hint. The film is from 1946. It is a classic movie that's on every single year at Christmas in every country in the world. It's always there. Want to guess, anyone? 1946.
I think it's something about with love or life, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's it. Starring Jimmy Stewart again, and it's a Wonderful Life. It's a
Ah,
Wonderful Life.
okay.
Are you old building and loan? Remember, he's going down the railway and he's going down the railing, and he's happy at the end because I don't remember the film. It's a long time. Okay, that was my Jimmy Stewart impression, by the way, everyone. Oh, I'm Jimmy Stewart. Okay, second to last image, next to It's a Wonderful Life. By the way, let me say a quick hello to Mr. Sam. Welcome to class, Sam. How are you? Hello, Sam. Hello.
Oh,
There you
hello.
go. How are you?
Hi. Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. And where are you from, Sam?
Yes, I'm from Pakistan.
From Pakistan. Great. Wait a second. Didn't I have you in class last week? No?
Sorry, no.
Okay. Maybe I'm getting you confused with another Sam. Okay, very good. We are working on grammar, but we're going to do it through talking about films. We're going to describe a film that we see on the screen, and I'm going to introduce the idea of what we call relative clauses. So first, let's do a little description. Wait, we've got one more film we got to name. Sam, look at those pictures on the screen. I want you to look at the second to last picture in the bottom row. What do you see?
Last.
Second to last on, not the one on the far right, but the one before the one on the far right. So not the Christmas tree, but the one before it. What do you see there? Can you describe that to me?
Second last, not Christmas tree.
But before
Okay.
the Christmas tree. What do you see?
Before Christmas tree. Okay.
I see what?
I think here is a person, maybe.
Yeah, it's a woman. Right?
Yes, she's a woman, and there are a lot of birds
That's true.
are surrounding her.
Right.
And yes, and she stand up on one foot.
Well, she's
One
running.
feet.
She's actually running from them.
Okay, she's running. Okay.
What
And
what classic Hollywood movie is this? This is an image from a classic Hollywood movie. It was one of the favorite movies by French director François Truffaut. One of his favorite movies. It's from 1963. Does anyone know which movie this is?
Yes.
What is it, Ksenia?
It's The Birds by Hitchcock.
It is The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock. In the movie, Tippi Hedren is attacked by birds, and this is a picture. She's in the attic of a house. She opens the door, and all these birds attack her, and this is the image from that part of the film. Okay.
I think this movie was Snow White by Disney because there is an scene where Snow White is helped by the bears.
I didn't catch the first part, Victor. The movie wasn't liked by.
Snow White.
Not what? Not a
Snow
very.
White.
Not right. R-I-G-H-T.
White, that's the color. It's not white.
Snow White? Which one is Snow White? The one next to the Christmas tree.
Yes, is the color now.
The one next to the Christmas tree with the birds is the birds.
yes, but I think it's not white.
But it's not.
The Disney movie.
It's not. It looks like it, but it's Snow White.
Also in Cinderella there is the same scene.
It's the same scene, yeah, but the birds were like blue, I think. They were like bluebirds flying around her, right? And these are black birds that are eating her. These birds are trying to eat Tippi Hedren. They're nasty birds. Let's say a quick hello to Mr. Vincenzo. How are you today, Vincenzo?
I'm fine, teacher. What about you?
Good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So,
Thanks.
we're going to work on the grammar of descriptions, and how we're going to do it is we're going to pick a film. It could be any of the images you see,
Yes.
and you're going to say or write a brief description, just a sentence or two. When you do that, you're going to have to describe something about the film. Let me give you an example. Let's say we pick the movie. Actually, Ksenia, you named the movie Alien on the top left, right? You said that Alien was the movie on the top left, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. How would you, if you had to write an advertisement to get people to see that movie in, let's say, 2 or 3 sentences, what would you say to get people to see the movie? The movie is about what?
It's a great movie about aggressive foreigner in our planet.
And aggressive
Foreigners.
foreigner. I don't know if I like the word foreigner. Because a foreigner would be like, you know, if I'm Russian and I go to America, I'm a foreigner. If I'm an American and I go to Russia, I'm a foreigner. But this is
Creatures. Yes, it's creatures.
Okay. Okay, keep going. So an aggressive creature.
Which want to how to say, keep our planet to themselves.
Which wants to take over.
Take over.
Take over our planet. Okay. I think that's a good definition. So in the chat window right now, all of you, I'm using the group chat, not the Verbling chat. In the chat window, you can see the movie is about an aggressive creature which wants to take over our planet. We're going to use this structure because this is a good example of the grammar we want to look at today. The grammar of what we call the relative clause. Relative clause. In a moment, I'll define what a relative clause is, okay? But for now, I want everyone to use Ksenia's example to write a description. I'd like to actually write the description in the chat window, and let's compare. Do me a favor, though. When you write the description, I want you to just create a little space by clicking the bar button, and like I'm going to click return. You can see it, because otherwise, if you write in the group chat, all the text will be put together. Okay, so pick a film that you see on the screen right now, or pick a film that you have seen and you like, a film that you personally enjoy. And I want you to create a sentence or two in the way that Ksenia did. The movie is about something which, who, or that does what. Okay? Take a minute and write your answers in the chat window. Please add a little space so that they're not all together. Okay? Is that clear, everyone? Clear! Does everyone have a movie in mind? So, Victor, do you have a movie in mind, or is there a movie you can choose from the pictures?
Problem with my.
Hello, Victor, can you hear me okay?
Shall we write on the chat box or not?
I'd like you to write in the chat box because I want us to look at the text itself and see what a relative clause is. So yeah. And Vincenzo, you can choose a film that you've seen, or you can choose.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes, it seems to me that I have seen a film in the picture, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
but
we'll try.
I'll try. Yes.
Please do. Okay. Sam, do you have a film in mind?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes, Titanic.
Okay, great. So I want you to start your description with The movie is about. That's your first line, and then you can finish that sentence. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, Victor, do you have a film in mind?
Yes, I will try with Indiana Jones.
Okay, great. Start your description with the movie is about. Okay? Christian,
Okay.
you're going to write about the Christmas tree, right?
No, Birds from Hitchcock.
Ah, okay. You should write about the Christmas tree so I can know what it's about.
But I prefer Hitchcock, you know. And
All right. Okay, so when you're done, hit return, and we're going to compare answers and use that. We're going to analyze everything we can know about a relative clause. In some cases, you'll use a relative clause. In other cases, you won't. We can add them, but let's see what they are. Okay, we got the first one from Ksenia. Very good. Is everyone writing? Hope everyone is writing. So click return when you're done, and add the little space like Ksenia did, so that all the texts are separate. Ksenia, apparently you write faster than everyone else.
Yes.
Okay, Sam, can you see where to put your text?
Yes, I can see. I just see. I'm looking in a chat. There is Cassinia. Yes, she wrote.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Yeah, some sentences about a movie.
okay,
Movie
so
Jaws.
you're going to do the same for your movie. This
Yeah,
movie is
yeah.
about, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And Christian, I only see a couple words. Birds from Hitchcock. You have to write the description though.
yeah.
It's coming?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you, Victor? Any questions?
No, I'm working until
Okay,
I'm working
okay.
in my description.
All right. Very good. Okay, so I'll give everyone another minute, and then we'll look at our answers together. Remember, keep it relatively short. The main thing is that you have the structure. This movie is about a something, that, which, who does something. The structure is going to be more or less like that if you want to use a relative clause. Okay, very good. We got description number 2. Very good. Number 3. Very good. Okay, waiting for just 2 more. Okay, 30 seconds. Got to finish up, guys. Excellent. Very good. Okay, I'm going to start to go over the answers. Vincenzo, you can continue writing. When you're ready, just post it. I'm going to start to
No.
go over the answers there, okay?
No, I've already posted, teacher.
How come I don't see it? Where did you post it? Oh,
In the
you
chat.
posted it in the wrong
In the
chat. I'm going to use
the
the I'm going to use the inside chat for today because some people are having trouble with that one. So I'm going to repost it there on the inside. Okay,
Mhm.
we're all set. Okay, Ksenia, let's start with you. Could you read yours for us?
Yes, the movie Jaws is about smart and hostile sharks, which wants to destroy all human beings on the way.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, first, a correction. Once. What's the problem with the word once, Ksenia?
I don't know.
I bet you do. You think you don't know, but you do.
Because I look on my previous sentence with glitches.
Mhm.
It's the same structure, and I don't know what is
Okay.
wrong.
What's wrong is you said once. Who once, Ksenia? Who?
Sharks?
Right. Sharks, is that singular?
Ah, yes. I saw.
Which
Which one?
want? Good. That's it. Sharks is plural, so want must drop the S because it's not third person singular. It's third person plural. Drop the S. Okay? So one correction there is drop the S. Very good. Now, here's a quick question. The movie is about smart and hostile sharks. Which want? Okay. What? Let's take the sentence apart, Ksenia. What do
They want
the sharks want to do?
to destroy all human beings.
Right. Could I connect those ideas together in another way besides using which?
Sharks.
Mhm.
That? No?
That want is correct. Sure. Okay. And is there anything else I could use besides that? Who? Absolutely, I could. Sharks are living things, so we could conceivably say who. The movie Jaws is about smart and hostile sharks who want to destroy human beings on the way. Good. You have used a defining relative clause. That is the name of that defining relative clause. And the reason you've used it with defining relative clause is because which, that, or who describes a particular word in the sentence. Which word does it describe, Ksenia?
Sharks?
It describes sharks. Okay? We're going to see some other examples because all of you most likely have used relative clauses. And we'll see the difference between a defining relative clause and a non-defining. There's two types.
Let me start away. Let me see.
Uh-oh, I'm going to just mute you for a second there. There, okay. All right, let's go to, who was next? Christian, can you read yours for us?
Oh, yes. Birds from Alfred Hitchcock. This movie is about the curious behavior of the birds. The type of this movie is horror. The genre is mystery horror. There is a lot of suspense during 2 hours. I avoid who and which and who and when. And
Okay, good. This movie is about curious. Okay, so let's make a little correction first. This movie is about a curious behavior. What's the problem with in that first part, Christian?
the movie is about. We can suppress the A. No, the movie is about curious behavior.
You cannot get rid of it. You need the article, but you cannot use It's not possible here.
And curious?
Nope.
No.
Try again.
From curious, so to curious? No.
No, it's got to be an article. It's got to be an article, not a preposition. So if it's not une, then it's got to be Il, la. It's got to be what? What's the definite article in English?
Is about I don't know.
It's got to be the.
About the curious.
It's got to be the curious behavior. Here's the reason. Behavior is specific to these birds. It's not general.
Okay.
So we must say the curious behavior of the birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after we can suppress of the. Yeah.
This movie is about the curious behavior of. Now wait a second. Can we say the birds here?
The bird.
Can we say the birds here? We cannot. And you know the reason why, Christian. You know why we cannot say the birds. Think back to a lesson very recently, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Is bird singular or plural?
Yes, it's a bird. Yes, without S.
No. Is birds singular or plural?
Here it's plural here.
Exactly. When it's plural, we do not use the.
Yes, behavior of birds only.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the sentence should read, this is a movie about the curious behavior of birds. Now, if we want to be specific about the birds, we would say, there's a second possibility, Christian. We could say, this is about the curious behavior of the birds in a small town in California. If you want to be specific about the group, then we can say the birds, but we must say the birds in a small town in California called Bodega Bay. Because it's only the Bodega Bay birds in the movie that are attacking people, at least as far as we know. Because at the end of the movie, they're trying to go to San Francisco, and all the birds are sitting on the street, you remember, and they get into the car and they drive very slowly. So they assume that if they keep driving, they'll escape the birds.
Yeah.
So it's the Bodega Bay birds. In that case, you use the. If it's plural and general, we don't use the.
Yeah,
Okay.
you suppress plural. Okay.
Okay. So this movie is about the curious behavior of birds, the type of this movie. The genre of this movie is...
I think we can suppress the type of this movie and to replace with the genre of this movie is mystery horror.
Yeah. Okay. Now, here's a question. What do the birds do in the movie?
Attack the lady, attack the person. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want you to add that back into the sentence. This is a movie about the curious behavior of birds, and I want you to add that extra information to the sentence. Just say it. You don't have to write it.
Who attack? Who attack?
Who attack?
Attack. Yes.
Who attack?
The lady, for example.
Who attack the heroine of the film?
The heroine of the film. Yeah.
Right. The heroine of the film. Very good. That is what we call a defining relative clause.
Okay.
Why? Because it describes birds. It describes a single word.
Yeah.
Okay? So now we can see an example with and without a defining relative clause. Okay. Let's take a look. I'm going to go a little faster because I want to get to an exercise too. So I'm going to go a little faster through these now. Victor, read yours.
Okay. The movie is about the adventures of a famous archaeologist named Indiana Jones, who fights against the Nazis to recover the lost art. The special effects are incredible. Sorry, I think it's only incredible.
Incredible,
the last
right.
S
Okay, great.
It's not good.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, you got to take off the last S. Okay. Victor, you have a relative clause. But your relative clause is not a defining relative clause. You have created a non-defining relative clause. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you need to know why it's non-defining. The reason it's non-defining is because you used a comma after Indiana Jones. That's it. That's the reason. In other
Sorry,
words,
so the comma is not necessary in this?
no, 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 the comma is necessary.
Okay.
When you add a comma, your adjective clause, which we call a defining relative clause, your adjective relative clause can go in a different position in the sentence. So in your
Okay.
sentence, it should be, this is how I would say, the movie is about the adventures of a famous archaeologist who fights, we could say, who fights against the Nazis and is named Indiana Jones. You can move the who fights against the Nazis in a different part of the sentence if you use the comma. I'm going to give you a better example of this in just a second. But basically, when we use a non-defining relative clause, we use a comma, and the information in the relative clause is not about a single word. It's about the subject of the sentence, the topic of the sentence. It's more general. I'll give you a
Okay.
better example in just a minute, okay? Let's go to Sam. Sam, could you read yours?
Yes, sure. The movie Titanic is about a couple who love to each other. They want to help others when ship was destroyed.
Okay, very good. Let's make a quick correction here. The
Mhm.
movie Titanic is about a couple who love
Who loves to
each other? To each other? Are you sure you need the two?
who loves
Say
each other.
who love each other.
Mhm.
There's no two. We never love two. It's not possible. Only
Okay.
love.
All right.
Okay? So
Mhm.
take out the two. And
Mhm.
one more correction. The movie Titanic is about a couple who love each other.
Mhm.
Period. Next
Okay.
sentence.
Mhm.
They want to help others when the ship or
Mhm.
their ship was
Mhm.
destroyed. So
Okay.
probably would say their ship because the ship
Mhm.
belongs to them. They're on it. In a way, it belongs to them. Okay, so
Mhm.
two corrections to that sentence, but you
Okay.
have a defining relative clause, who love each other.
Okay.
Last one, Vincenzo, can you read yours for us? Vincenzo, turn on your microphone. We can't hear you.
So you have muted me. Yes, I wrote it's a film, but it's not right. I think it's better to say movie.
No,
It's a
film is
film.
good. There's nothing
It's
wrong with
good.
film. It's
It's the
good.
same of movie. Yes, can I say film? Hmm,
It's the same.
okay. It's a film about a man who is in his apartment stuck in it on a wheelchair because he has it's a long period
Uh-huh.
because he has an injured
Uh,
no
uh.
feet, injured foot. He sees something from his window that seems to him to like an homicide.
Okay, very good, very good. In this case, I want to give you a written correction because I want you to
Yes.
see the spelling. So I'm going to make a little correction here in yours. Give me a second. You'll see it in just a minute. Hold on. First, let me just add a little divider, and let me go to the top. Okay. It's a film about a man who is in his apartment. Okay, careful with the spelling. The spelling is, you'll see it in a second, is his apartment stuck in a wheelchair. Not stuck in it. Stuck
Uh,
in a, we can't be on a wheelchair. We have to be in a wheelchair. Stuck in a wheelchair because he has an injured leg. Not foot.
leg. Yes, yes,
Leg,
yeah.
right.
Leg.
In the next sentence, we have to have a subject. Who sees?
He,
Who's he
he,
sees, right.
he sees something.
Good. He sees something from the window that seems to him like a
Ah,
homicide
with the H.
with the H.
Oh dear, I forgot. Yes,
Okay? So I
yes.
put the correction there written because I want you to see the spelling. All right? Very good. All of you have used relative clauses in different ways. I want to jump forward here and I want you to do a little activity where so you get to see better what a relative clause is. Give me a second. Let's go here. Um, hold on a second. Where are the reader reviews? Oh, there might not be any reader reviews. Give me a second here. Okay, let's take a look here. Read the sentence and answer the questions. The red part of the sentence is called a relative clause. Okay? Christian, can you read the example A for us?
Okay. Grammar defining relative clause. Read the sentence.
No, just go right to the example.
Okay. She's found a man who she likes.
She's found a man who she likes. The relative clause is the red part.
Yes. Okay.
And look at, could you read B for us?
She's found a man she likes.
Very good.
Is also relative clause.
No, it's not.
He's not?
Nope. And here's the reason why. What word is missing in B?
Yes, who. Yes, who. Sorry. Yeah, yes.
Okay. And so I want to be clear about this. When you don't have who is the relative pronoun that creates a relative clause. But you can take it out. It's possible. So in B, it has been taken out. Okay?
Yes,
now, it's not quite as simple as it seems. So I want to make sure, I want to give you an example before we run out of time. It's not quite as simple as it seems. Vincenzo, could you read C for us, that example?
She's found a man who likes her.
And the second one, D?
She's found a man likes her.
Okay. So Christian, does letter B sound correct to you? Is it okay to say that?
Yeah.
Yes. Vincenzo, does letter D sound correct, or does it sound incorrect to you? Letter D.
It sounds to me incorrect.
Of course.
Yes, it's who, yes. So, yeah.
Yeah. Letter D is not correct, but letter B is. And this is what I want to get at. Over here, we can summarize the rules based on those examples you just saw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So one of the sentences in A to D is incorrect. Which one? We already decided letter D is incorrect. So what are the rules? What are the rules? Vitor, I want you to read number 2 on this page.
Okay. In a sentence A, who is the object of the verb likes? In a sentence C, who is the subject of the verb likes?
And then it asks us to underline the correct rule, right? Oh. We're not going to underline it, but you're going to decide what is the right word. Okay, but first think about that. Who is the object in letter A? Look at letter A. She's found the man who likes. Who is the object? That means it comes at the
man.
Right.
Okay.
Now let's look at sentence C. In sentence C, she's found a man who likes her. Okay. A man who likes her. Man is the subject of the sentence, not the object, because it is the man who is doing the action, not the woman. So the man is the subject in that case. Based on that idea, Victor, what would you say is the right answer for the rule in blue? What's the right word?
You can leave out the pronouns who, that, or which if they add the subject, object, or object of the verb in the relative clause.
Which one? Subject or object?
The object is the man.
Yeah. So, in which case can you leave out the relative pronouns? Which case? When it's the subject or when it's the object? That's the question I want everyone to answer. You've got two choices there. Which one do I cross out?
Yes, but the rule says
I can omit the pronouns with is the subject.
You cannot. You can or you cannot use the pronouns.
You can omit.
You can. You can omit. Right. Okay. So let's take a look at that.
Excuse me, teacher, but a question. But the example, the rule says that when they are subject and object at the same time, could be or subject or object, or no? You see,
we want to choose one. To choose.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to choose.
It's a question. It's a question.
Yeah, it's a question.
There
So
is
which one,
interrogative. Okay.
which one is correct? You can leave out the pronouns who, that, or which if they are the subject or the
Oh,
object. Which one is it?
yes, it needs an interrogative point. Okay. Yeah, I think when there is the subject. No.
When is the subject? Like let
Yeah.
us see? Uh-oh.
Yeah, man.
No, when
No,
can object you can leave out. When subject you can't leave out.
In the subject, you cannot leave it out.
cannot leave
Correct.
it. Oh dear.
Correct. So I wanted to show you this because you all know how to make a relative clause, but this is something that's a little bit tricky. So you've got to see if the thing you're describing is the subject, and if it is, you cannot share it. Otherwise, you must or should. It sounds better in English when you clearly short. So you've all created. Now, what we've got to stop the class here. We're a little bit over time because I have another student right now. But what I'd like you to do is to take your sentences that you created today, and I'd like you to rewrite them and see if you can write them so that you can take out the relative pronouns. So you're going to have to reconstruct your sentence. Okay? If you'd like to do that, you can send me the answers in the chat window later today, and I'll be happy to correct them for you. But I want you to think about these rules. I also have an exercise for you to do there. So if you hold on to this presentation, you can try the exercise, and I'd be happy to answer your questions and give you the answers later if you want to correct them. Okay? So that's our presentation. We've got to stop now because we're out of time. I want you to rewrite your sentence and send it to me. I'll correct it, and I want you to do the exercises later on in the presentation. Slide 11 and
Hello?
just slide 11, 12. There's 2 exercises for you to do. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and I'll be happy to correct the
Sounds like a robot teacher.
Hello? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.
and
Yeah.
of course language games. Okay?
Yeah.
Send
Yes.
your answers. Bye for now. Bye for now.
Okay. See you next time, teacher. Bye.